Hello students, today we'll be learning about the zeolite process and the numericals related to that particular process. So as far as zeolite process is concerned, let's have a crisp overview of that process. So it consists of a tank which is shown over here, and the tank is actually filled with coarse gravel and fine gravel. These are the coarse and fine gravels, and above the coarse and fine gravels there is a zeolite bed which is marked with green color over here. So this is the zeolite bed. Now the hard water enters this particular tank, and with the hard water the calcium and magnesium ions, which are the hardness causing ions, they also enter it. They pass through this zeolite bed and then they move out. When the water moves out of this zeolite bed, we say that the water is now free from the calcium and magnesium ions and therefore free from hardness. Now how and why does that occur? Because actually zeolite carries this kind of a structure. It is hydrated sodium aluminosilicate, which consists of a property that it carries sodium ion which is exchangeable in nature. So actually what happens when the hard water with these ions enters the zeolite softener, it comes across the zeolite, okay, and what happens then? The calcium and magnesium ions, they go and sit in place of sodium ions, and the sodium ion comes out of the zeolite. As a result, the water is free from calcium and magnesium ions. Now when the zeolite becomes exhausted, what we do? We regenerate the zeolite using brine solution or NaCl solution. 10% NaCl solution usually it is used. So the numericals actually are related to the use of NaCl solution only. Why? Because the amount of NaCl which is used to regenerate the zeolite indirectly gives us the amount of hardness which was present in the hard water. Okay, so let's start with the numerical now. It says a zeolite softener was exhausted. Okay, fine. So that means the water has been passed through the zeolite softener, and now zeolite does not carry any of the exchangeable sodium ions. How do we know that? Because the word exhausted is used for the zeolite over here. Okay, so our zeolite is now exhausted, means it does not carry exchangeable sodium ion anymore. Why? Because all of the sodium ions have been replaced by the calcium and magnesium ions. So and it is regenerated by passing 100 liters of NaCl solution. So what is the volume of NaCl which is required to regenerate this zeolite? 100 liters. Okay, and that NaCl carries the strength of 585 grams per liter. So what do we do first? We have to calculate the total hardness of the water if the total volume of the water is 1000 liters. Okay, so how to start with it? First, we will calculate the amount of NaCl which is required for this particular process. Why? Because the amount of NaCl actually will give us an idea about the amount of hardness present in the water. Why? Because the NaCl carries sodium ions and they will go and sit in place of the calcium and magnesium which is there in the zeolite now after passing the hard water. So how to calculate the amount of NaCl? It is equal to, it has a mathematical formula that is equal to the strength of the NaCl solution multiplied by the volume of NaCl solution used. So what are the respective values? The strength is given as 585 grams per liter. So the strength of NaCl is 585 grams per liter. That means in 1 liter, how much NaCl is dissolved? 585 grams. So strength 585 grams per liter multiplied by the volume. Now what is this volume? This volume is the volume of NaCl used for the process. And how much it is? The question says it is 100 liters. So I multiply it by 100. Okay, so we get 585 times 100. What is this now? This is gram. Okay, now Since we are dealing with the hardness of water, so definitely now the salt is NaCl and we will convert it in terms of equivalence of calcium carbonate. How do we do that? We multiply it by the equivalent weight of calcium carbonate, which is 50, and we divide by the equivalent weight of the salt. And which salt is used over here? And now what we are dealing with? We are dealing with NaCl. So I divide by the equivalent weight of NaCl, which is 58.5 or 58.5. So this much gram equivalence of calcium carbonate is it. Okay, now I'll convert it simply into milligrams. So what do? These two get cancelled over. Okay, and I get 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros multiplied by 1000 because I want to convert it into milligram equivalence. It was earlier gram equivalence of calcium carbonate. So these many milligram equivalence of calcium carbonate is there. Okay, now where it is there? Where it is present? It is present in water. Okay, this much of hardness was present in water. Why? Because this much equivalent of NaCl is required to remove those calcium and magnesium ions from the zeolite. Okay, so how do we go now? Now this much of hardness is present in water. That means 1000 liter. What was the volume of water given to us? It is 1000 liters. So I say that 1000 liters of water carries this much of hardness. So 1000 liters of water will carry this much of hardness, which is 5 times 10 raised to the power of 7 milligram equivalence of calcium carbonate. Okay, I want to know the hardness. So definitely 1 liter of water will be carrying how much? It is 5 times 10 raised to the power of 7 divided by 10 raised to the power of 3. So it is 5 times 10 raised to the power of 4 milligrams per liter, or we can say 5 into 10 raised to the power of 4 ppm. Why? Because 1 milligram per liter is equal to 1 ppm. So this will be our final answer. This is how we go with the numericals of zeolite. Hope you are able to understand it well.